So we're starting with feet in parallel, all toes connected, lengthen through the spine, ribs are in, pelvis in neutral, reaching those arms down. So I really want you to get the sense today of this arm reach. So you're going to bring your shoulders towards your ears, and then you're going to drop your shoulders down. And I want you to think almost like someone is pouring a watering can of water down the back of your neck. So as you exhale, you're sliding your shoulder blades down, feeling that water trickling down between your shoulder blades. So we're trying not to, if I come to kneeling, we're trying not to squeeze the shoulder blades together and stick the chest out, but we're trying to keep those shoulder blades nice and wide so that we connect in here. So see if you can feel that connection nice and wide as you reach through the shoulders. So shoulders towards the ears, and then just slide them down. Now as you slide them down, can you lengthen more through the crown of your head? So shoulders towards the ears, and then just slide them down, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then I want you to think about your feet. So think about all 10 toes being spread and connected to the mat, feeling the heels. Every time you reach your arms down, you're growing that little bit taller. So bring shoulders towards the ears. Hold the shoulders down for me now, and we're going to do little pumps. So as you exhale, I want you to just pump the arms. And as you inhale, pumping the arms. Now think about that breath. You exhale, feel pelvic floor, lower abdominals. You inhale into your ribs. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Make it quite vigorous. Exhale, inhale. Expanding into the ribs. Exhale, and inhale. Still reaching the arms down. Exhale, and inhale. Take the arms even lower. Can you reach a bit further? Inhale. Stay tall through the crown of the head. Last set. And inhale. Keep the arms reaching there. Just going to do a little knee bend. So think slide down the wall, slight bend in the knees, and up we come. So imagining you're sliding down the wall, that little bend in the knees, not sticking the bum out, and up we come. So we keep reaching through the arms. Exhale as you slide down, and up we come. So we've still got this length upwards, this reach down. So we've got opposite forces at work. Make sure that you're looking forward at the horizon. So you want to have this idea of a slight double chin going on. And a last one here. Okay, now I want you to hold your knee bend. So come into your knee bend, hold it. Still reaching the arms. Now as you exhale, lift the arms, staying in your knee bend, bring the arms back down. Still get this idea of these shoulders stay down, connected into the sides. We exhale, bring the arms up. Now make sure lower abdominals are supporting you. If you need to come out of your knee bend and just check your position at any time, then do. So we exhale, we bring the arms up, and then back down we come. Shoulders away from the ears. Now as you bring your arms up, a couple of you leaning slightly backwards. So can you just check your ribs are in and you're not leaning back? So we exhale, keep the ribs in, stay tall through the crown of the head. And one last one here. So we exhale. And then bring yourself all the way back up to standing. Amazing. Right, from there, just a little crossover of the foot. So one foot crosses over the other. Now I've got my right leg on top, which means I'm going to push my right hip out to the side and bring my right arm over the top of my head. So everything's on the right for me. So think push the hip out to the side. Just take that side stretch. And then we're going to come back up, crossing over. So I'm now going to take my left leg over and cross. Stay nice and tall, ribs it in, pushing the left hip out and bring the arm over. Oh, that's nice. That's it. And then back up to the top. Now we're going to do a standing cat. Okay, so we're going to start with hands on the knees again, toes are facing forward, shoulder blades are down, ribs are in, and we're up tall. Imagine you're against a wall, bring the chin towards the chest,
draw in through your front as if you're rounding over something. Let your hands slide down towards your knees. If you can, take your hands down the side of your trousers. Bring your hands just onto your knees and hold there so you're rounded. Drop your head right in and just feel that stretch for a second. As you exhale, I want you to stick your bum out, bring your head up, slide those shoulder blades down and wide like we did right at the start. So now we've got a little curve in the back. Now we're going to go again. You're going to tilt up, push up through that lower back, round, drop your head down, take a breath in, and then we're going to come back the other way. So stick that pelvis and lower back up in the air. Sorry, stick the bum out, slide the shoulder blades down. So we're going from a cat to a cow. So we're going to exhale right from the very base of the pelvis and round and round and round and round and round and drop the head down and breathe in. And then bringing yourself back the other way. That's looking nice. So this is a nice one on the lower back. That's it. Good. And we're just going to do one more there. So you're going to round up into that cat. That's it. Shoulders are away from the ears. And then bringing yourself all the way back into that cow. Good. Shoulders down. Nice. Right. From here, I want you to take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and we're going to go wide. Back heels lifted up off the floor. And then we want to have all the front 5 toes connected to the floor. So feel your stable base between toes and heels. Ribs it in, we're up tall. Just hanging here for me, I'm starting to get a bit of a stretch through the top of my hip, which is nice. I then want you to put one hand, so same hand on the knee. And you're just going to open the other arm out to the side. I just want you to open out to the side, a little rotation. So if I come full on for you, same hand on knee, just take a little rotation. So we're taking this stretch up into this area. Does that make sense? Thumbs up? Yeah? Awesome. And then coming back. One more time, just take that rotation. Oh, that feels really nice. And not nice all at the same time. Okay, back we come. Switch over sides. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Ribs in. Little tilt forward of that pelvis. So think we're staying nice and stable. Hand goes on the knee. Fine lower abdominals. Dropping the shoulders. Rotate out. And then coming back, I'm going to do one more little rotation out. Exhale, rotate out. And then we're coming back. Amazing. Step yourself in. We're going to come down to the mat. We're going to try come down to the mat classical Pilates style. For those of you who are already on the mat, we haven't come down yet. So I want you to cross your leg over. So you've still got your toes on the floor, but you're cross-legged. Then you're going to bend your knees and you're going to see, can you slowly lower yourself down? How far can you get down without using your hands? Yay! So there was a study that came out ages ago about you being able to get down to the floor and up again unaided, and it meaning something to do with your lifespan. Can't quite remember. Mel might remember. She's probably up on such research. Right. She doesn't remember. Where are we going from here? So we're going to start with a spine stretch. I want you to take your legs out, flex your feet, sit on the bony bits in your bum. I'm just going to do a little screen tilty-wilty. Awesome. Okay, so toes pulling towards you on the bony bits, on the sitting bones. And then sit yourself up straight. So if you need to hold under your thighs to get that height, then do. If you need to stick something underneath you to help you feel more lifted and straight, then do that as well. Arms are up, again, shoulders. Find that connection in the side. From here, I want you to bring your chin towards your chest. Start to draw in through the ribs. Think round yourself over a barrel, but don't let your shoulders reach. So the shoulders stay down. When we come over, We take that breath in and then we bring ourselves back up. So really concentrate on these shoulders staying down. The arms aren't actually doing anything. It's coming from here. It's coming from the spine and through the centre. So we come over and we try and lead forward from the hips. Take a breath in and then we restack. So shoulder blades are staying down and you're going to round and come forward. You're going to keep going so I can have a little look. So chin towards the chest, just drop those shoulders down into the sides first. Chin towards the chest and then think, draw the ribs in. Yes, that's looking nice. Nice, Joe, that's looking good. Yeah. Joy, I think your shoulders are staying down. Yeah, she's trying hard. Good. I don't know if anyone can hear my children, but all I can hear is, Judah, stop being so annoying. I'm going to do a last spine stretch here. So, chin towards the chest, draw in the ribs, rounding over the top, trying to keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then we come back up to the top. Amazing. Before we come down to the mat, just a little bit of thoracic rotation. So we'll go cross-legged. I'm going to do a bow and arrow. So again, you want to be sitting up tall with those ribs in, lengthen up, find that position through the shoulders. So this is something for you to think about during your day, is trying to keep your head up rather than looking forward, and trying to keep your shoulders down and wide so they connect into the sides. And that will help with posture if you do those little corrections throughout the day. I'm going to bring the arms up and now think lower abdominals are on to help support you. Reach one arm slightly forward but without the shoulder reaching, and pull the other arm back. You're going to bend the elbow, rotate, look over your shoulder, and then come back again. So we exhale, we keep lower abdominals on, we keep the waist long, we pull this elbow back as we rotate, and then back we come again. So shoulders are down nice and tall through crown of head, lower abdominals on. Exhale, pull that elbow back and rotate, and then back around we come. Good. So shoulders stay down, neck is tall, we exhale, we rotate around. That's it. And then we come back. You're going to keep going. But think about this spine all moving as one unit, so your head can't go further than the rest of you. The same as when we do that spine twist. So as you pull that arm back, everything moves at the same rate. That's it. Just having a little look. Amazing. So just even yourself up so you've done the same amount on each side. Hey, looking really nice. Right. If you've got any questions as we go, do unmute yourself and shout them out, by the way. I'm going to bring yourself down to lying. So grab something, cushion, folded towel to go underneath your head. That's just for neck alignment, so you don't have your head too far down. So we want to come into neutral. Oh, I've got glorious sunshine shining in my eyes. We're going to have our rib cage. Make sure that that is down. So we want to think about these ribs being heavy and almost knitted down in towards us. We want to be reaching those arms. So we were just saying about having openness through the front of the shoulders and feel that connection into the sides. Okay? And then feet are in line with the hips, and we're heavy through the back of the pelvis. So we've got pubic bone and the hip bones nice and level. So if we put our glass of water on there, straight line through the water. Just breathe for me. So keep thinking about those heavy positions as you breathe. So I want you to think about the back of the head being heavy, but the chin is slightly tilted towards the chest. I want you to think about the back of the pelvis being heavy. So you can feel the connection through the bony parts of the back of the pelvis. The back of the feet are heavy, the back of the ribs are heavy, and the back of the shoulder blades are heavy too. So even just lying here and breathing, Feel those connections. This is a nice place for your spine to decompress and just sort itself out. So if you're struggling with back pain, just lying and breathing for 5 minutes will help. And remember, when we breathe, we want to breathe into the ribs. So if you can now take your hands and place them on your rib cage, you're giving yourself a little hug. And then I want you to breathe into your hands. So as you take that nice big breath in, you feel your ribs expand. And as you breathe out, just give yourself a little squash with your hands. So we breathe into the sides, into our hands, and then we breathe out and we give ourselves a little squash through the rib cage. So just feel that width and that expansion going on through the ribs. Now as you breathe out, also think about pelvic floor and lower abdominals. So you take that breath in to your rib cage, and then as you breathe out, find that core. So find lower abdominals and pelvic floor working. So as I said, just doing this for a few minutes at like the end of the day will help your back. Try it and let me know. Right, from here, bring your hands back down by your side, reach your shoulder blades away from you, still heavy through those points. We are going to go for a single knee fold. So as you exhale, foot becomes lighter, but the rest of the body is heavy still. We exhale as we lift, we inhale as we lower. So think about those points of connection: head, back of shoulders, back of the pelvis. Can you keep all of those heavy? And I want you to push your little fingers slightly into the mat. So exhale. Your back isn't just lying on the mat, it's pushing through those points into the mat or feeling heavy and weighted. So you're exhaling as you lift that leg to 90 degrees and you're inhaling as you're lowering. So I'm just checking out our 90-degree position. Oh, you've all been so well taught. It's looking amazing. She says, flattering herself. So exhaling as you lift. Amazing. Right. I want you to do one more on each side, so even up. Right, bring one leg up, hold it for me. From there we're going to circle. So you need to keep your pelvis heavy. I'm going to do these circles with the bent knee. So nothing lifts up off the mat. I'm circling my right leg, which means my left bum cheek and my left obliques and side of my waist, and all of those muscles have to work to hold me still. So we're exhaling, going to the side. Now it's not just a leg or a knee circle, it's the whole of that hip. So you think of that hip socket as a ball and socket joint. Yes, that's nice. Can you change direction now? Go slowly and breathe when you need to. Try not to let your leg creep too far in towards your tummy as you circle. I think it's staying in that knee fold. So Joe, try not to let your knee come in towards your tummy when you circle in. Back it, yeah, keep it there. Now as you circle, try and keep it there. That's it. Gorgeous. Heidi, can you go more from your hip and less from your knee? Can you drop your leg out to the side a bit more? Yes, there, and then circle. It'll be harder. And then circle the leg back in as well. That's it, and then circle the whole hip back in. There, that's it. Good. Right, switch to the other side. So we're coming up into that knee fold and then circling. Remember, it's the whole of this leg. So it's like, how far can you drop your leg away whilst keeping everything still, and then circling it back in. So we drop the leg right out, keeping the hips and the pelvis stable, and then we circle back in. Exhale as you drop away, if you can, and then come back in. We're going into those circles.
Can I wash right now?
Later on. We'll go and have an apple. But you can't tell Mummy's finished because the television's not working. Going to go round the other way. We're circling around. Nice big circles. Still keeping the hips and the back of the pelvis heavy. That's it, nice.
I guess we take them slowly, do that. I guess we can do
Kezia, take Etty, please.
Okay. Right, bring those legs down. Let's do some shoulder bridging. So everything is warmed up now. We're going to reach the arms again, make sure they're away from us. Keep the ribs down, engage through those lower abdominals. Now we want to use the bum. So we're going to exhale, tilt the pelvis. Before you lift up, can you just make sure, so I've just lifted my bum up and nothing else. Can you make sure all of your toes, including your big toe, is still connected to the mat? Then keep yourself coming up. Knees are not dropping out to the side. Just come up, take a breath in, hold, and come slowly back down. So slowly, slowly, slowly working your way back down to the mat. I really want you to focus on what's happening in your body. So we want to keep all of the toes connected. We exhale, we tilt the pelvis, we squeeze the bum. All 10 toes stay connected, knees aren't dropping out to the side. We lift all the way up, squeezing the bum, make sure your ribs are not pushed up to the ceiling. Breath in and come slowly down. Really slow it down so you can use the backs of your arms to slow you down, if that helps, which it should do, so that you can work into that spine. So if you've got those sore spots in your spine, this will just give you that little help. So you're going to exhale, tilt through the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Remember, toes are connected. Coming all the way up. Take that breath in at the top and slowly back down. So exhaling and bringing yourself up. Right, we're going to add some arms into this. So the arms we're going to add in are our backstroke arms. We're still reaching out through those arms to start with. You're going to exhale, tilt through the pelvis, squeezing the bum, bring yourself up. Squeeze the bum cheeks at the top, just check position. So check, we've got the bum lifted, we've got the ribs in, we've got all the toes connected, we've got the knees in line with the hips. Breath in, breathe out, bring both arms up. Suddenly you have to work that bit harder. Another breath in. As you exhale, bring one arm back towards your ear, bring one hand down towards the mat, yeah, and then come back up again. Keep squeezing the glutes, don't drop the hips. Bring one arm up and one arm down, and then back we come. Shoulder blades stay down and wide. We exhale, one arm up, one arm down. We do one last one of these. Glutes should be feeling it now. And then you're going to leave your arms up in the air. Work slowly down through your back. You get an extra bit of pressure and massage through your spine as you come down in this position. And then I want you to bring your arms down. You're going to go one more time. So check the position before you go. Heavy through back of the pelvis, reaching the arms. Breath into the ribs. Exhale, tilt through the pelvis. Start to lift yourself up, squeezing the bum. Knees stay in line with the hips. We come up, we come up, we come up, we come up. Check the ribs are in. We take a breath in. Squeeze both bum cheeks, bring the arms up. On your next exhale, we're doing 4 arms. We're doing 4. Try not to drop the hips. Keep squeezing the bum. And 3. And 2. And a last one. Leave the arms up and come down slowly. Really slowly working through that spine. Beautiful. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Just do a little rock from side to side. Okay, let's come on to our sides. So you want to just roll yourself over. Right, from here we are going to do some side leg works. If you get your cushion, you're going to do arm, cushion and head. Make yourself long. So you want to have ribs in, legs are on top of each other. Connect through your inner thighs for me. So just find that inner thigh connection, and then I want you to find your lower abdominals. So as you exhale, think pelvic floor, lower abs. Drop this top shoulder. And then we're going to bring this hand down on the mat. Just start with 4 leg lifts. We're lifting both legs at the same time. So as we exhale, lifting both legs, we're going to come up. Try and keep this little bit of gap between your rib cage and the mat. So we exhale, we reach the legs away. Use pelvic floor, lower abdominals, and then come back down. So you're going to exhale, you're staying down on the floor. I'm just coming up so I can see everybody nicely. That's it. And we're going to exhale and lift. Amazing. Right, we're going to try and get into a bicycle here. So I want you to bend your bottom leg. Then I want you, so last time I taught we did a side kick. This is like a side kick, but we're going to bicycle it. So you're going to squeeze in your bum, take your leg behind you without arching your back. So we've got ribs in, core is on. Then I want you to bend your back leg. Now when you bend your back leg, try not to have your knee come forward. So you keep your leg behind you, you bend your knee. You come forward with a bent knee, then you're going to kick the leg out. Then I want you to bring it all the way back. So you're kicking backwards with a straight leg. Hold it behind you, bend. Then you're going to stretch through the front of this leg. We come forward with a bent leg. Ah, hello baby. And then we kick the leg out. Drop the shoulder. Bring the leg all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Squeeze in the bum. Bend that back leg. That's it. And come forward and kick out. You're going to keep going. So you're going to take the leg all the way behind you with it being straight. Bend that back knee. Yes. Come forward with it bent. And then I want you to kick it out. That's it. So you're coming all the way back. Squeezing the bum as you come back. Try not to arch your back or flare your ribs. So be careful you don't push your ribs out. We go for that bend and we come forward. Let's just do one last one here. So take the leg all the way back. Thinking keeping everything in. We bend the back leg and we come forward and kick. I want you to hold your leg forward now. Drop your shoulder and you're going to do a little lift and a lower. Now I am anticipating that right now you might be groaning. So in my head I'm hearing audible groans. So exhale as you lift and you lower. We're doing 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then just drop that leg down and rest it. Now, can you remember which side you've done? I'm just trying to remember myself. I'm lying on my left. I'm going to come to hands and knees. I'm going to do a thread the needle move. Now normally when we do thread the needle, I say keep your hips still and don't drop down. Okay, so this would be my normal thread the needle would look like this. So I'm not dropping my hips. I do want you to drop your hips today. So you're going to come down and rotate. And I do want you to drop right down. See how far you can go. And take that really nice big stretch. And then I want you to come up and rotate and go the other way. Okay, so you're going to think, use your lower tummy to support you. Start bringing yourself down. Get carefully with it. Keep rotating and see how far can you rotate and reach and do that really nice big stretch and bring your head down on the floor. And then can you come all the way back the other way and rotate and open up. So you're coming all the way underneath so that you can bring your head down to the floor. That's it.
and then come back and open the other way. I don't mind whether you're alternating or whether you're doing one side. If you're doing one side, then do the other side now. So this should feel nice. It's one of those, really good stretches. They're coming all the way down today. And then back up the other way. Coming all the way under and rotating and reaching. Try not to sit back on the hips, but reach forward. And then up we come. Just going to do a last kind of 1 or 2. That's it. And all the way back up and under stretch. Amazing. Did that feel good? Feeling okay? Everyone all right? Good. Right, from there, let's come on to the other side. So I did left, I'm now going to go right. Hi Sarah, who's watching live. We're going to bring ourselves all the way down, arm cushioning head. Woo, nearly fell over. Stretch the legs out, bring the ribs in. So we've got hips stacked one on top of the other, lower abdominals and pelvic floor on. Drop this top shoulder, connect through inner thighs. So now as you exhale, we're going to lift both legs and then bring ourselves back down. So we're going to exhale, reaching both legs away. Do that lift and then that lower. So we're just doing 2 more of these. So exhale, think inner thighs are connected. We lift and we lower, and it's 1 more here. So we're going into our bicycle. So we're going to bend the bottom leg, really reach out. We've got this length and this extension. Draw in the ribs, think lower abs are on, shoulder blade is down. And now you're going to squeeze in the bum, take the leg behind you as far as you can go without arching. Hold there. Now bend that leg so you get this stretch through the quad. Yeah, come forward with that bent leg. Kick the leg out and come all the way back. So remember, as you come back, ribs are in, core is on, we're not arching the back. Then you bend at the back, come forward with that bent leg, and we kick out. Coming all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Take that leg behind you, squeeze in the bum. That's it, and come forward and kick. So see if you can get that stretch through the front of your thigh when you bend your leg. So who is down here? Mel, I'm pretty sure your leg will go further behind you. That's it. So squeeze in the bum as you take the leg behind you. Amy, that's looking good. Make sure your ribs don't push too far forward. That's it. Looking nice, Hayley. It's good, Heidi. Yeah. That's it, just do a last one. Joy's kicking me in the face right now. Kung Fu style. Right, take a rest there. No, don't take a rest, I'm lying. Bring your foot forward. We've got those horrible leg lifts. So bring the leg forward as that kick. Keep your shoulder down, keep your ribs in, core is on. We're going to do 8 lifts. And 7. And 6. Exhale as you lift. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Drop the leg down, take a rest there. Amazing. Going to come over onto tummies. We're going to do some work on extending our legs. So I want you to think today about the heaviness through the pelvis and reaching your leg away. So hopefully you can see on me. We will come all the way down to the mat in a minute and lie down, but just so you can hear me, we're going to think about reaching your leg away and then lifting it. So if I just lift it up, it looks like this. If I slide and then I lift, there's a bit of an extension that goes on here. So if you think about on the front of your leg, you've got a connection in your hip bone. I want you to try and lengthen out from the top of this hip. So you're sliding your leg along the mat and then you're going to lift it. So So have a think about that. Bring yourself over. You can do whatever you like with your hands as long as your shoulders stay down and they're wide. Okay, so I'm going to bring my hands under my chin. And then we've got our legs just wider than our hips. We're feeling like we're heavy through the pelvis at the front. And then as you exhale, I want you to slide your leg away, find your lower abs, connect with those, lift your leg. So it's like the whole of your leg lifts up from the hip bone. So the thigh is off the floor as well. So you're going to exhale, slide the leg away, and then we're lifting the whole leg. And then we're coming down. And don't worry what I'm doing with my other foot. I've got cramp in my right foot. So we're going to exhale, reach the leg away, and then try and lift. Now, can you have a think as you do this? So we're reaching from the top of the hip, we're sliding away, and we're lifting. Can you think about whether your bum muscles come on or not? And I want you to give me a thumbs up if your bum muscles come on and a thumbs down if they don't. So what have we got? We've got a thumb up from Joy, thumb down, thumb up, Mal, thumb up. So Heidi, squeeze your bum as you bring yours up. You're in the minority, my love. Don't bring your leg up so high. So can you slide your leg away and squeeze your bum and think your leg is just going to hover? That's better. So think length over height. So everybody make yourselves taller and longer rather than how high can you kick. Heidi, is your bum now working? It looks like it is. Yeah, good. Okay, keep going for me. We're not adding in arms, we're just doing legs. So we're sliding, squeezing in the bum. So that leg should feel quite heavy and almost like it's a wooden leg. You've got a solid leg. Now what I want you to try and do is see, can you bring both legs up? So we bring one leg up and we check that this bum cheek is working. We're reaching away, we've got this solid leg. And then can you bring the other leg up and just hold, keep your shoulder blades down. And then I want you to bring one leg down and two legs down. So it's like a double knee fold. So we exhale and we lift and we reach, we squeeze the bum, we lift and then we lower and we lower. Now, you should not be feeling this in your lower back. Well, you sort of do because your lower back muscles are part of your core. You know, it's part of that support, but it shouldn't be like pulling and hurting in your lower back. If it is, you need to reach more and squeeze in your bum more. Okay, so exhale, reach and squeeze. Yes, really nice. Good. So just do one more there. But I want you to hold it and we're going to kick. So you're going to do front crawl in the swimming pool. You're going to bring one leg up, two legs up and hold. And then little kicks. Keeping your knees straight. And keep reaching away with them. So we're going to go for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Bring one foot towards your bum, grab it with your hand and take a stretch. If you can't grab your foot, then grab the bottom of your trousers. Just a little breathe and a stretch there. And then let's switch to the other side. So other foot comes in. And then let go of that leg. Let's bring our attention to the top part of our body. So we're going to go into our cobra. So I want you to have hands either side of your head. They can be down here, they can be reaching further away. Really depends on your shoulders. So I don't like my arms too far in front of me because my shoulders rise up. So the movement we're going to do is you reach your legs away still. So we just had that reach of the legs. Keep that idea of reaching the legs and the pelvis heavy. And then as you exhale, roll the head up, Slide the shoulder blades down. Come and just take a check. Are my shoulder blades still down? Now, think engage through your abdominals. So I'm almost getting a stretch in my abs right here. And then I want you to lift yourself up. So you're trying to lift from these abdominal muscles. So it should mean that the shoulders don't rise towards your ears
because they're not actually doing anything. So we reach the legs away, we're heavy through the front of the pelvis. We exhale, we
bring the head up, and then we push through the front, and the shoulders just stay down because we're not using those, we're using the abdominals to lift us up. And then we come back down again. So we're going to exhale, think legs are reaching away. Roll yourself up, shoulder blades stay down, push through the abdominals from the front. That's really nice. I actually think that maybe people work harder in an online class than they do when they're in the studio. I'm not sure what that's about. Really good. So you do not have to straighten your arms. So those of you who haven't got straight arms, that's not what this is about. Shoulder blades down, think they push through the front. We're looking forward at the horizon. We want to have that head in line with the rest of the spine. That's it.
And let's just do one last one here.
Good.
Bring yourself up to seated.
I'm going to take a seated glute stretch here, and this is nice for the shoulders as well. So I want you to bring one leg forward. Or should we do the kneeling one? No, we'll go for the straight leg one because Priya can't quite remember that one at the minute. So we're going to cross this leg over, bring your foot towards your bum. Okay, so one leg is crossed over. Take your opposite arm, hug, and pull it in towards you so that knee comes towards your shoulder. I'm already getting a stretch here, but my glutes are quite easily stretched and tight. So I want you to then, if you want, you can rotate and look over your shoulder. We get this nice stretch in the neck. So you're hugging in, looking over the shoulder, keeping the shoulders down. So we're still thinking about, our Pilates posture with shoulders down, nice tall neck, and spine tall as well. Couple of big breaths in and out. And I'm going to switch around the other way. So one foot is outstretched, bring that foot in towards you, hug it right in. Nice big hug. So you already start to get this stretch in here. If you can't feel it, bring your foot closer to your bum and then turn and look over that shoulder. So I think as you hug in, we've got this little rotation, stretching in the neck a little bit if it's tight. I'm going to come back to this position in a minute and add in a couple of other stretches, but I want you to do one in hands and knees first before your wrists get tired out from the stretches. So come to hands and knees. Shoulders again, they're down and wide, and we're trying not to. Priya's ultimate position, if I just let myself, is I want to be like this. I want to be all arched, okay? So I have to constantly be correcting myself. So it's thinking lower abdominals are on, shoulder blades are down, but you don't let the spine drop. Neck is nice and long. I want you to tuck your toes underneath you. And this is a bit like a bear crawl. We're not going to move though. We're not going to move forwards and backwards. What we are going to do is we're going to exhale and we're going to lift both knees very slightly off the floor. Now it's hard, so you really need to think pelvic floor, lower abdominals are on, but you ladies are all quite strong now. So you're going to exhale. Really use that breath, hover and come back down. So we exhale. If it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. Okay?
So exhale, hovering up, and then just coming back down again. I think neck stays in line with the spine, exhaling, keeping those abdominals in and tight and working. And one more here, we exhale, pelvic floor, lower abdominals, fire. And come back down. Drop the toes down, give those wrists a rest. Come back to seated for me. Good work on that one, it's quite hard. Ah, cat. Right, from there, shoulders are down, ribs are in. I want you to take your arms out. We're just going to take them all the way behind us and open up. Take a nice big stretch backwards. And then I want you to draw your ribs in. So before you even think of bringing your arms forward, think you're being pushed through here. So draw your ribs in and then bring the arms around as if you were giving someone a nice big hug. And then we're going to come back up and open out. So the arms come forward because they're an extension of your spine. It's not about the arms. It's about drawing in through here, opening up into that spine. And then we come forward and round and drop the head because you get this extra deliciousness. And then back up we come. Opening back up the other way. Draw those ribs in. Drop the head. Oh, my lower back needs this one today. Feels nice. Gonna do one more there. Forward and round. And then back up we come. Let's take a stretch through those shoulders. So again, shoulders down, ribs in, lower abdominals are on. You're going to cross your arms. And then I want you to, properly cross your arms. So cross them as much as you can. Then you're going to bend your arms and you're going to try and hold hands with yourself. So we're in our eagle position. So this will give you quite a big stretch in your shoulders. If you want to, you can do a little lift up, which makes me pull funny faces. And then the lower down. You don't have to do that if it feels like it's too much for your shoulders. Then just hold in that position. If you want to do the little lift and the lower, then go for it. So this is another really good one to do daily. Let's face it, they're all good to do daily, but this is a good shoulder one. And then we're going to undo ourselves and go the other way. So we cross right over. So then you can bend at the elbows and then you want to try and hold hands with yourself. So just hold it there for a second and get used to it. See how it feels. Inhale, exhale. Up we go. If you want that lift and that lower. I'm impressed everyone's managed to coordinate this one. That's it. Just two final ones here. And we're going to do one last one here. And then undo yourself, give those shoulders a little wiggle out. We are coming into land. We just have a quick drink of water. I want you to bring your legs in front of you now. Legs in front. I think we've just unrounded our shoulders. They should nicely stay unrounded. You can have hands facing away from you, or you can have hands facing in. Actually, for the first one, let's do everyone hands in, because we're going to go for triceps. So I want shoulders down, ribs in, and then neck is nice and tall. Inhale as you bend your elbows and lean slightly back. Exhale as you come up. If you've got abdominal separation and you see a bulging here, make it smaller. So we inhale, we come down. We exhale, think pelvic floor, lower abdominals firing as we come up. So we inhale, all of you should be okay with this one. And exhale as we come up. Looking forwards. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good. Just so I can look forwards at you all, I'm coming this way. Inhale down. Exhale up. Hold for me. Inhale down. Exhale up. And then just one last one here. Inhale down. And exhale up. Now if you take your hands slightly further away from you, stretch your legs out. And once again, just take that nice big rounded open position through the legs. We're going to go for a little leg slide. So still lower abdominals are switched on, pelvic floor working. Draw one leg towards you without changing position through the rest of your body. Slide it back out. That's it, that's the move. So we exhale, keep everything else still, slide the leg towards you. So think perfect ballerina posture. We've got ribs in, we're tall through the spine, we're tall through the crown of the head. Nothing moves apart from that leg. So you exhale, you slide the leg in. So Joe, look up a little bit with your head. Yes. Good. Joy, try not to move as you bring your leg in. Try and sit up taller as your leg slides towards you. Yes, that's really nice. Good. Just going to do, I need to do one more to even myself out. I don't know how many more you need to do, so even yourself up. And then you can sit yourself back up. And we'll give those shoulders some nice big shoulder rolls. So if you bring your hands onto your shoulders, I'm going to do those nice big shoulder rolls. Because Joe Wicks reminded me of these when I did one of his crazy PE workouts the other day, which I don't think are aimed at women who have recently had babies or are worried about their pelvic floor, so don't go do them. We're going to come around the other way. That's it. They're not very gentle workouts, let's say that. And from here, you can give yourself a little stretch through the arms. So pull one arm over, give it a nice big reach and stretch out. We've done some nice hip flexor stretching with that bicycle. We've done our glute stretching. So we'll just finish with a hamstring stretch. And you are ready to go on with your day. And then we're going to bring that leg out. I have to go and convince my children to do some of their schoolwork. So then we take a lean forward from the hips and stretch through that leg. Nice, and then coming back up, switch to the other side. That's it, nice. Shoulders down, think lean forward from the hips, just drop your shoulders a bit, Heidi. Okay, lovely job. We are finished. I'm just going to finish up here, she says.